Welcome to Extraterrestrial Reality. Attorney Danny Sheehan of the new Paradigm Institute has stated in a recent podcast that the aliens that are here on this planet, they're extraordinarily distressed about the state of affairs with regard to humanity. And he calls these people, of course, these creatures, he calls them Mantis People. And we all know that to be true because we have the absolute proof that shows that there are mantis people here among us, insect-like creatures, as I've been pointing out for well over 6 months now. There are mantis-type alien creatures among us on this planet, up to who God knows what. But anyway, they're, according to Danny Sheehan, they're very, very upset. The Mantis people, and they're concerned about humanity. And of course, this goes back to when you think about it, I just did that one podcast recently about the potentiality that maybe what's the issue with these creatures is that they're concerned about us destroying ourselves. Maybe it could be. I don't know. That's what I gleaned from Danny Sheehan's statements, but we just don't know. And I really don't know how anybody could know. But Danny Sheehan probably knows more than I do because he's been talking with a lot of different whistleblowers, and he represents them. So I guess we'll have to take his word for it for now. But anyway, here's an article this week in the Daily Star, the Irish Star, and it talks about this. And also, Sheehan also revealed another mountain location, a place where these beings are hiding out in addition to hiding out under the ocean. And the the headline of the article reads, "Location of alien base on Earth revealed as ETs are now in secret mountains." Anyway, the article says the location of another alien base on Earth has been revealed. Alien-loving lawyer Danny Sheehan has been involved in bringing UFO whistleblowers to the United States Congress in recent years. Now let's just stop there for a second. They're saying he's an alien-loving lawyer. I don't know if that's what the case is here. I mean, I think he's interested in the subject, but that doesn't mean he's loving. I don't know. That's how these news outlets want to report it. They want to really, really sensationalize things, don't they? Anyway, he says, the article continues, it says, he has been helping to provide explosive evidence of alleged government cover-ups regarding real encounters with extraterrestrial beings. Danny's made a series of bombshell claims regarding the potential locations of 2 bases with hundreds of UFOs seen going in and out of it. And the aliens are stealing human eggs and sperm. Well, of course, he's talking about the hybridization program. They're easy creatures, of course. They abduct people and they remove sperm from men. They remove eggs from females. They do something with them. They do for this hybridization program, and then they put the fetus back inside the woman, and it develops in her womb unknowing to her for like about a few weeks, maybe up to 10 weeks or something, and then they remove it and they take care of the rest of it on their own. And then they create a race of hybrid beings, some of which look just like us, and we wouldn't be able to pick them out from a lineup. And they're already among us, and that's according to other researchers who have actually did research in this, like David M. Jacobs. Anyway, continuing, he says he has now returned with another one when speaking to the Julian Dory podcast about the location of one of those bases. And he says, having previously stated that one of the bases was under the seabed off the island of Isla Guadalupe, Danny has stated another base is in a very different secret location. He said, going into great detail about the secret location, there's another base outside of Sedona, Arizona, over by a place called Secret Mount Wilderness, a totally desolate area. There's a base there where the craft are. There's a number of them high in the mountains and remote areas of the planet, and they're here now, and they're extraordinarily distressed about the state of affairs of humanity. That could be true. That could be true. I mean, we are destroying the planet, of course, as we all know. It's plainly evident, and plus we're all pointing nuclear missiles at each other. It's just a matter of who hits the button first, I guess. Anyway, he had previously claimed that the aliens were Mantis people, and when asked if they were if the aliens who had very advanced weaponry, he claimed that it was conceivable. Well, of course they have advanced. Well, I'm sure that they have. I'm sure the aliens have some sort of advanced weaponry. I'm sure of it. I am certain of whatever they have has to be better than anything we've got. Sheehan also claimed that there was United States military all around the mountain base who accompany the comings and goings of these big triangles going in and out of there, as well as witnesses who stated that they had seen tall whites or tall grays there, along with the Mantis people. A lot of people believe that the tall whites, the tall grays, are just they're products of the Mantis people. The Mantis people created them potentially. That's what David Jacobs, among other researchers, believe. That they're basically biological robots, the small grays, the tall grays, right? And the hybrids, for the most part. Biological robots that just do the bidding of the insect Mantis people. When asked what the Mantis people are, he said they are huge, 7 feet tall, extraordinarily skinny, thin, kind of bowed over, and remind people of a praying mantis. They are also called insectoids. Whenever they're seen with tall grays, they seem to be in charge, giving telepathic commands. I wonder if they were doling out telepathic commands during that night in Vegas last year. I wonder if that was going on. Like, stay where you are. But it wasn't like that. It was more like an echoey, stay where you are, don't move, don't let them film you. He went on to claim that sightings were reported in 2018 by people who were abducted by the aliens. So it's these articles. This is just looking for sensation. This isn't like debrief level kind of articles that you get from the Daily Star or these other ones. But I guess it's something to keep it in the news. This is more like National Enquirer kind of articles. But it's something. It's interesting. It's interesting that Danny Sheehan is talking about Mantis people and that the aliens are extraordinarily concerned about this planet. Maybe they're concerned because they want to take over the planet and they're concerned about what we're doing to it, and they want to make sure that before they get rid of us, that we don't destroy it in the meantime. So when they take over, everything's okay here. Or maybe they're concerned about humankind and they just want to see us destroy ourselves. And when we finally do, maybe they're going to take us off this planet, take us someplace else so we don't go completely extinct. Maybe that's what it is. We have no idea. We could just speculate about why they are here. But some researchers, like I talked about recently, like David M. Jacobs, they believe that those aliens are here for planet acquisition. And the method of obtaining the planet is by secretly taking it over from within, by creating this hybrid race, doing it covertly over a series of years, over decades, and then at some point making their move, and then we're all done, according to Jacobs. Or maybe they're here just waiting for one of us to one of these countries that have nuclear weapons at their disposal to start firing missiles, and then maybe they're going to intervene then. Who knows? I mean, they have the ability to shut down missiles or activate them, as we all know, based on the reporting in different countries, in the United States and in Russia. We've heard the stories. So maybe that's what it's all about. We just don't know. Everything is all up in the air right now. But there is some good news coming down the pike, and that is the fact that on November 13th, or at least tentatively, there is a House Oversight Committee hearing scheduled, and apparently Admiral Tim Gallaudet will be talking there. And just recently, I just saw something on Reddit about this. He says he confirms that he's testifying on November 13th. So one of the people that will be testifying at that hearing on November 13th is Admiral Tim Gallaudet. He's this is someone who previously stated, "I am totally convinced that we are experiencing a non-human higher intelligence because I know people who were in the legacy programs that oversaw both the crash retrieval and the analysis of the UAP data." Now, of course, the one issue we're going to have here, I know a lot of people are touting this. I think it's progress. I have no issue. I'm glad that they're having more UFO hearings. There's supposed to be one in the Senate too at some point. I believe that's tentatively scheduled for November as well, a Senate committee hearing on UAP that Kirsten Gillibrand is pushing. Nancy Mace is pushing it in the House here. She's talking about it. So we're going to have these hearings again, and what we're not going to have during these hearings, which is very unfortunate, is that no one there is going to be able to present any absolute proof that will end this debate during these hearings. There'll be questions asked, they'll be answered, but in the end, there will be nothing for the public to sink their teeth into, to walk away with, to say, well, that does it. It's all wrapped up. That's a take. That's not going to happen. However, what they should do, the person that they should have at that hearing, let me tell you, you know who should be at that hearing, is crime scene reconstruction expert Scott Roeder. He should be at that hearing. That's who should be at that hearing, and he should he should be asked to go there by these Congress people, and he should be questioned, and he should inform them about his findings with regard to that Las Vegas video, because that shows that there's no question about it that we're not alone here. Imagine if the Congress were to question someone like Scott Roeder during one of these hearings under oath, and the presentation of the evidence that has been taken from that video, from that 1 minute and 41 second long video that shows alien creatures, non-human intelligent beings traipsing around the Kenmore's backyard last year. So what if they had someone like Scott Roeder there to talk about this, instead of just people who could tell us the same thing that we heard before, like from David Grush? I said, like I said before, that's all great and stuff. It's great to keep bringing the whistleblowers forward, right? But if you really want to move the ball forward, why don't we bring someone up there who actually has the absolute evidence, who will testify under oath that it's real? That's what Scott Roeder would do if he was to be brought in to a hearing like this. He would testify. He would go under oath, and then he would go on and he would explain. Yeah, this shows that there are alien beings in the yard. That family member wasn't lying, and so hence that proves that we are not alone in this world. There is some sort of a non-human intelligent presence running around the planet. That would be a way to end this debate once and for all, forever. Right, and then we could take it from there, and then we could start asking the Pentagon questions. Like, then you could bring in the Pentagon, right, and say, "Did you know about this stuff? Do you know about these beings just willy-nilly just landing their craft in somebody's people's backyard in America? You don't know? Do you know anything about these things? What's your opinion? What do you say about this? What does the top scientists in our government say about this? Do they have any proof otherwise that refutes anything that Scott Roeder said?" That's where we should be going. If you want to get to instead of this game that we keep playing, right? Instead of this game, we're bringing whistleblower. Well, what else is there? They're always talking about it. Let's bring this whistleblower and that whistleblower, and this whistleblower might come in next week. All these different whistleblowers, instead of putting their necks out on the line, right? Which seems to be an issue here, and none of them could bring any proof with them to any of these hearings. Why don't we bring somebody who actually could prove to the Congress, prove to the world under oath, and say, yeah, this is evidence. This proves it. This proves that there's creatures here that we don't know where they're coming from. They're not humans. Why don't we do that instead of talking about catastrophic disclosure and we better get something from the Pentagon soon? How about instead of this, we play offense? This would be playing offense, and you go in there with somebody who actually could show you, prove to the whole country, prove to the world, right? Imagine that hearing. Imagine how the press would handle a hearing like that. Bring someone like Scott Roeder in to testify. Imagine how that would go down. That would be a whole different ball of wax than somebody coming in and just talking about that there's reverse engineering and crash retrieval programs. That's a whole different thing. Then you're actually bringing in evidence that shows the actual pilots of these crafts, right? That's what you would be doing, and it would serve as proof, and then the whole world would know. But of course, we're not going to do that because the powers that be, not only in the establishment, but also sprinkled throughout the entire UFO community, we got all these little players who want to do this their way. They have a plan in their heads, right? But I don't want to go by their plans. I want to go by this plan. We already have the proof. Let's push it forward. That's how we should be doing this, not playing this stupid game. We already have, for people out there who haven't seen, I'm not gonna run any video here. I've done enough stuff on this. I don't even need to do anything else. I've talked about this case for over 6 months now. I've talked about it more than that, but it was since April of this year when it was proven. I presented proof on this show that shows that we are not alone on this planet. But yet, right? Where's the mainstream media? Right? Where's the mainstream media? Where's Congress? Where are they at? Some of those people have to know about this. None of the debunkers are afraid to talk about it. And here we have the proof. You should be bringing someone like Scott Roeder on there to testify about what's going on in this world, because he proved it. That video proves that we're not alone. It proves that there's a non-human intelligent presence among us here on this planet, up to something we don't know. But at least this would force people in the Pentagon to finally start answering some questions here. Are they going to try to tell the rest of us that they know nothing about these things? They wouldn't be able to. They're going to have. You would put them on the spot, and it'll be and that would end the debate right then and there. Bring someone like Roeder on here, and we'll get this all over with. It'll be all wrapped up in a nice bow on it.
And we won't have to play this game, and none of these whistleblowers will have to put their necks out on the line anymore and worry about repercussions or anything like that, or threats. Well, we can end all of this with Scott Roeder showing up in Congress in one of these hearings, and then the whole world will see it. The whole world would see it, and the whole world will know when they hear the story, when they absorb the totality of all of that evidence, they're going to walk away with their eyes wide open and knowing the truth. So that's what we should be doing, folks. That's what we should be doing instead of playing these little games, these nice little games. Let's bring in the whistleblowers again. Tim Gallaudet, we've heard what he said before. Yes, I appreciate it, but guess what? It's not going to do anything. He's not going to bring in a piece of the Roswell crash. He's not going to go come carting in a dead Roswell alien either on a cart. That's not going to happen. This way, forget about that. Bring in somebody who could actually present the absolute proof to Congress, and we could end it all right then and there. And a lot of people out there agree with me too. You know, there's a lot of people out there that see this and they see the totality of the evidence. They see the disingenuous debunkers unable to properly respond to this for fear they're going to know that their whole grift will be exposed, right? So they can't even touch it, right? So that's because it proves we have the proof now. It's over, like we've been talking about for over 6 months yet now. So, but we don't want to do that, though. Nobody seems to want to do that. But you know what? I don't care. And here's another thing, right? I don't care what anybody thinks about me. I don't care what anybody says about me. I don't care about any of that. The only thing I'm concerned about is getting disclosure over and done with. I'm tired of the lies. I'm tired of the gaslighting, even from people within the UFO community. I'm just sick and tired of it. So this is where I'm at, folks. It's time to get over the hump already. You know, this election's going to be over. November 13th is, okay, it's right around the corner. The election will be over by then, right? Then we could get on with the disclosure efforts after the election's over. You could bring in someone like Scott Roeder, and then that will end the debate right then and there. The whole world will see it, and then we could just move on. We could take things from there. And then finally, you're going to force someone from the Pentagon, which, by the way, has been alerted to this and has never responded. It's been, since June, 5 months, right? They haven't responded. It would finally put them in a position where they would have to respond and finally tell us what they know, at least something. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, I want to talk about something. This was a post from Mike Colangelo. He was talking about an article that was in the debrief with regards to this new National UFO Historical Records Center that has opened just recently in New Mexico, Rio Rancho, New Mexico. And I talked about this before, and it's the most extensive collection, according to this article. This is the beginning of the article, actually. I'll leave the link for all this stuff so you can check it out for yourself. But it's the most extensive collection of original historical documents related to UFOs, and it just found this new home in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. It's called the National UFO Historical Records Center, founded by veteran UFO researcher and historian David Marler, and it opened its brand new facility in cooperation with Rio Rancho Public Schools and an event last week. It says here, for decades, Marler has collected thousands of records from government and civilian sources, along with video and audio recordings, photographs, magazines, and historical artifacts related to studying what the United States government now calls unidentified anomalous phenomena. The organization's new home, unveiled last Tuesday at a special ribbon-cutting event, was an outgrowth of Marler's passion for preserving the subject's history. Thank God there are people like this, like David Marler around, that has done something like this. I actually, at some point, I plan on visiting this place at some point. You have to make a reservation in advance to let them know that you want to come and do research, but at some point in my life I definitely plan on going there. Anybody who's interested in studying UFOs and finding out information that maybe you might not be able to find anywhere else online, this might be the place where you're going to find it, because it's the biggest archive there is now. Anyway, here is a quote from Marler. It says, "I started working with local politicians and had successive meetings that ultimately led to the public school system," Marler told the debrief at last week's event. "I shared with them the vision of a more academically oriented archive, and they saw the potential for a unique educational experience for their students. It seemed like a perfect match," Marler said. And that's just a segment of that article. I'll leave the link for that as well as for the full article that's on from the debrief. You'll find that very, very interesting. And I'm really appreciative of something like this. I think a lot of people in the UFO community, are appreciative of this. And I could assure you that a lot of the researchers are going to be spending time there as the years go on. And this is a great thing. To a lot of people out there, this might not mean anything because they're just reliant on other people presenting them information in their books and on their documentary TV shows. But for the serious UFO researcher out there, this is awesome. This is totally awesome. It's people taking it seriously, people who know that there's something going on. And this was a passion project for David Marler for a long time, and I'm really happy for him and for this to have this for all of us, for everyone in the UFO community. This is great news, and I want to say congratulations to David Marler for finally seeing this reach fruition, to see his dream come true when it comes to this. It's awesome, totally awesome. Okay, moving on. I want to just really quickly update the recent Spotify polls. Actually, I'm going to go back to the one I already did. I already talked about, but it was only the day after. This one, this was with regard to the what movie was better, the Thing or E.T. Both of them came out in 1982. This was for the episode UFO Debunkers Are Either Stupid or Lying About Aliens and UFOs. I asked this question. These two 1982 science fiction films offered two completely different visions of what aliens might be like. Which one is the better movie? The Thing or E.T. the Extraterrestrial? Well, E.T. still edging out The Thing. The Thing, right, as of today, with 24 days left, has 16 votes, or 48.5%, while E.T. the Extraterrestrial has 17 votes, or 51.5%. And, of course, as I stated last time, I have to go with the minority still. I think the Thing was the better movie. I think I've watched that one a lot more over the years than E.T. the Extraterrestrial. And then for the most recent episode, Confession, I used to be stupid about UFOs and ETs. And I asked this question: how old were you when you stopped being stupid about the extraterrestrial / NHI reality? Okay, there's 31 votes so far with 25 days left. And 0 people says 51 or older. 2 people, or 6.5%, say never, that they're still stupid. Well, I feel sorry for you. I'm sorry that you're stupid still. 3 people, or 9.7%, say they were 41 through 50. That's how old they were when they realized that it was real. 5 people, or 16.1%, was 21 years of age or through 30. That's when they figured things out. 6 people, or 19.4%, say they're 11 through 20. That's when they figured things out. 7, or 22.6%, were either between the ages of 31 through 40. And then the number one, which is very, very interesting, 8 people, a majority, or 25.8%, were 10 years of age or younger when they found out, when they stopped being stupid. Now, unfortunately for me, I could have been in that first in the top, but I remained stupid after like I've talked about in that show. I remained stupid even beyond that for at least 10 years. I had an encounter with an alien, but I was still stupid for at least 10 years after that. So I'd have to go through. You know what? I'd probably be 21 through 30. That's where I'm gonna just to be safe, to be conservative. I could have been 20, but I think I was probably 21 when I finally. Yep, it was real. I realized I was stupid now. It was an alien. So yeah, I have to be. That's the age bracket I was in, 21 through 30. But I feel bad for the other people. There's 2 people that they never stopped being stupid about it, and they're still stupid. 2 people, 2 respondents. Anyway, I just want to say thank you all for joining me today. Until next time.